I don't know if Chris Brown really just wants to be going out there worshipping the devil. Like, you know that this body does go to death, right? Because if you don't know what I'm talking about, Chris Brown has a song. I guess it was released last year. I see right here it actually says 2023, and the name of the song is Angel Numbers 10 Toes. Now, sounds like two different things that are not related, but I'm gonna go through a couple of different things. I'm gonna show you clips from the video. I won't play them because, Universal and whatever companies he's with, they don't like things like that. And so I'm gonna show you clips from the video, from the music video, and then I'm gonna read the lyrics, okay? And then we're gonna kind of like move around some of the things that he mentions and kind of acknowledge what exactly is Chris Brown doing. Like, when people worship the devil, what are they? When's Antoni, what's wrong with you? But let's get into that subject. It's the Reality Show, the daily Christian commentary videos. If it's the first time of a year to be sure, check out the other videos that are down in the pinned comments, and I'm gonna check you out over there. So do please like the video. It does help it out in the algorithm. Algorithm sometimes goes way wide, so remember to like the video. All right, so I want us to start first, okay? So remember, the name of the song is called what? The name of the song is called Angel Numbers 10 Toes. So both those things, so the angel numbers and the 10 toes, they all have meaning individually, but they kind of come together in the meaning of them, in the two meaning, they do come together. Now, when you listen to people who break it down, they say, no, it's talking about, how difficult it is to make it in the industry, anxiety and all those kind of things that they go through. But if you listen to the song, it's kind of like a place of the devil. It has a secondary meaning to the particular song. Now, let's go straight into the song and just kind of like look through. So remember, angel numbers and thingy. Now, it kind of took me straight to some of the meanings, but I'm going to come back to this meaning here that you see me highlighting here. But first, I'm going to go to the lyrics. So these are the lyrics of that song, Angel Numbers 10 Toes. You can see it right there. So the lyrics say, I lost my way somewhere in another galaxy. Now, we all know Satan was in heaven, got kicked out for rebellion, and the Bible says he's the king of the air. Okay, so he's lost in the galaxy, too much to take. These memories end in tragedy. Exactly, you got kicked out of there. You got kicked out of heaven. That's what that is. It says all these places and all these faces. Yeah, heaven is not a place for you, buddy. And he says, I didn't wanna let you down. Now, this is kind of like, kind of almost sounds like the way he sounds in Fallen Angel when he says he will stick out for the devil, Sympathy for the devil, if you remember that subject. And he says, all these mistakes of mine, I can't replace it. I'm gonna move on somehow. And then he goes on into saying healing energy on by I was cruising on YouTube via incognito when I came across the song, so I don't remember how they sing. So if I don't remember how the tune was, yeah, that's what it is. It says, and baby, all I really need one thing, healing energy on me, baby. Can you make a wish for me? And so you'll remember this idea here, trying to enthrone the devil. And then he says, healing energy on me. When it's 11:11, I need it. Okay, and then he goes on to say, healing energy on me. Maybe can you make a wish for me? Now remember, the agenda of the devil is to get us to be rebellious towards God. So make a wish for me is pretty much, hey, put me up there, enthrone me. Now remember, the song is supposedly about what? Anxiety of the artist. You can take that, shove it on the side. Now, why do I say that? I say that because if you go back into those lyrics, remember that part where he says healing energy on me. And so quite interesting that he is taking it upon him, healing energy on him, make a wish for the devil so that, the devil being thrown. I hope you're getting the idea here. It says, when it's 11:11. So this question of saying, when it's 11:11, and then it goes on into the chorus, 11:11, or 11:11, or whatever, anxiety, So you're wondering, what's this 11:11 thing? So now remember that thing that I said I Googled? And so within this message of thingy, this 11:11 is considered a powerful or a creative representation of a new beginning. Having new leadership, you could kind of put it like that. But this is a very spiritual one in sense. And so keep that in mind. It's a new beginning by new leadership that is thinking. Chris, I hope you don't put yourself in trouble with this stuff, because this is sounding quite... Okay? Now, if you actually go on into other sites, this is from Cosmopolitan. They actually say healing... 11:11 is an alert from an angelic energies, okay? Angelic energies that you are supported by forces you can't see. So now you see, when I was saying, when that point when he says healing energy on me, when I kept saying that, it sounds kind of like It's taking on strength. It's kind of like uktwala. It's uktwala, because remember now, the 11:11, it brings up the 11:11. Okay, so remember in the chorus it says 11:11 or 11:11, blah 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 blah. So if you go back into that article, it says what? 11:11 is an alert of angelic energies that you are supported by forces you can't see. You can sink in. You can sink in into relief, celebrate, and get excited when you see 11:11. So 11:11 is a sign that you found isithwalo sakho. You found isithwalo sakho. This will relieve your anxiety when you sell in. His song is very diabolic. Now, if someone might think, maybe Ricky's making it up. People have the tendency of thinking that. No problem. Let me take you straight to the music video. Let me take you to the music video. In the music video, he starts off watching the sun. The sun has already set, okay? And he gets into the car. It announces the 10:10. He speaks about, carrying his load. And you see him show, he looks back when he says that, and you see his load in the back. Now remember, that's a representation of all the things that you carry, the burdens, whatnot. But remember, the Bible says, cast your burden unto him. Now here, you carry your burdens somewhere. So he's carrying his burden, he's speeding off, and then there is a point when he actually starts carrying this load, this burden, as you may actually put it, and he goes through, he's trying to break through. Now remember, the idea is being strengthened from taking on a contract with spiritual beings. That's what this is all about. This is nonsense. And so he goes on. This is a very telling scene here, because you remember, this load is becoming heavy, a sign of, your bills are becoming too much, your life is too much, sell out, basically. That's what they're telling these people. And so he's dragging this burden, and all of a sudden he just gets kind of like choked out, and at that moment he's taken, because the load is too much. He gets that spark, the load is too much, and immediately Chris falls down to the ground, and you see this chakra, the whole thing, it comes out of him, whatever, and he starts sinking into the ground. At that particular moment, I want to play this. We have to be very careful here. And so Chris starts sinking into the ground. You see his hands sticking out there. He gets sucked into hell, basically. He gets sucked into hell. and then he wakes up in hell with all these funny, weird roots that kind of grab him down or trying to pull him down and stuff like that. Like snake-like type of creatures, basically. You can see them all around and stuff. And he's in this environment. There is eyes busy blinking around him. He's in an environment that feels like hell, basically, you can say. Remember, snake-like creatures around him and all that. And there is a being, there's eyes at the background. You can see eyes in the background, busy blinking like demons, basically following him. Remember? And then the environment changes, turns a little bit red. Now, notice, before it was cool, okay? Before it was cool, right about here, when he's here, it was cool, and then it turns red and almost like sacrifice, kind of like, okay, it turns red, and then this being, or this lady-like being, comes out of the water, and I'm guessing that's the spirit energy that's coming to give him the thing. Now remember back, if we go back into the lyrics again, remember, into the cosmopolitan description, it says what? When an alert from an angelic energies that you are supported by forces you can't see. You sink in. So you sink in relief, celebrate, it gives you confirmation that everything is scheduled and divine. You see, all this is utter nonsense. Utter nonsense. As people are telling themselves lies. Anyways, we go on. She comes out of the water. She is blinged out. She is, remember, all that glitters. It's not. Now you're understanding. So she comes out very decked out with all fancy things and stuff. And she's in control of this environment, this scene that looks much like a sacrifice lamb type of an environment. And she presses him against the tree and she corners him. He gets sucked into hell there. And so now I'm married to the game, and I am in that no more chains. I'll buy me some gold. 3 babies trying to make room for some more. So he's got 3 babies and he's trying to make more babies. So basically, I got bills to pay, man. So remember earlier on, it's becoming to my you see. So I got bills to pay, got 3 kids to learn, life learning lessons, cause you reap what you sow. Walking in a gypsy, I forgot the name of this thing. They are these expensive shoes right here, basically. So basically, for him, it doesn't matter. You sell to the devil or you do what not. Just take what she gives you, basically, and so forth and so forth. And so here, when he gets to this part here, when he says, I welcome all the smoke. So you welcome all the smoke, Mama. I pray for me, so I won't fold. You've already folded, mate. Walking 10 toes. Now, this particular phrasing here, where did I see it? Oh, man, I forgot. So basically, walking 10 toes, I had actually found a page that explained the 10 toes. Come on. Did I forget? 10 toes, this toes thing. Basically what it is, it's that one has committed to a cause, or when one has fully committed themselves to that cause. And so that's what the 10 toes reference is, basically. And so when you consider that the woman offers him wealth that she comes out with, and he's been dragged, and she tries to drag him back, and his breath comes back, and when he comes back, his bag is there. He looks back at the bag, and he decides to go forward towards his family, and the whole 9 chairs, right? And so, notice here, it's the ignorance that one can walk with the devil. It's this idea. The Bible says, what relationship does Belial have with? There is no mixture. The two are separate. You know, in Fallen Angel, he says now, you know, he'll stick out for the devil. You remember that particular song? You know, he's going to fight for her, you know. Baby, don't you worry, I'm going to help, I'll help you fly, in that song. That one I know because I used to sing that song, you know, back then. This one and so these people are doing this. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. There was a time when Chris Brown said, you know, he was tired, blah, 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 blah. I think it was a couple of years back. But it is clear he's pretty much fine with it. He offers him that. He's dragged into hell and offered. And when he comes out, he doesn't have, you know, quite interesting. He has all this baggage, right? He has all this baggage. He's dragged down to hell. When he comes back, the baggage he leaves, and now he can thrive. Basically, the idea of having family in front, that he can now thrive, and he can, you know, he can provide. You know, he's happy about that. I just thought this was quite a very interesting one. That people literally they are directly willing to be servants to the system, you know. And so I was incognito and I was watching some videos, and so it recommended this video. So the thing that attracted me was the angel numbers. I was like, what's that? So I ended up seeing this thing, and I'm like, wow. So there are people that are directly conscious. When you listen to the lyrics, they are conscious that they are doing this for the devil, and they are fine with it. I wouldn't be able to sleep. Yalla, something else. Not that you are brave. No, please don't mistake that. No, the brave ones are the ones that don't sell in. The brave ones are the ones that don't give in. It's sad that people allow themselves into this kind of stuff. It's Ricky. Y'all be on the lookout, and do not fall for all these games and gimmicks that the devil keeps throwing. He will use other people, political ideas, and stuff. Be careful not to be a victim, because they have many strategies. The devil has many tricks by which he will try to deceive. Be very much focused, and remember, you are an ambassador to the kingdom. It's Ricky, and I'll see you on a later on. Y'all have a good one.